Croeso power to the July savings and games at the £20 PSN sale. Sorry this video is a bit late, but I've been busy this week and the sale's shorter than normal, which has been real helpful. Thanks for that, Sony. Anyway, I've done my usual thing for you and I've gone through the sale and found some really cool games that have a huge discount as well. So if you like the idea of finding some cool new games to play and saving a lot of money along the way, then you're at the right place. Don't forget to subscribe and then you won't miss a good deal again. You're welcome here anytime. Now this sale ends on the 9th of July, so that'll be your last day to pick up these deals. Let's look at the games. Our first game is Call of Cthulhu. It was released in 2021, so it's 4 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £3.99, which is really great. In this third-person action horror, it's set in 1924, and a PI investigates the death of the Hawkins family in the isolated Darkwater Island, where you get to explore a terrifying world of conspiracies, cultists, and cosmic horrors beyond your wildest nightmares. Now, the horrors of Cthulhu are pretty iconic at this point, and there's quite a few games made around them by different companies, and they're all a bit different and offer a slightly different experience, which is really cool. It's nice to explore the world of Cthulhu through different people's eyes. And it's also nice to see a horror game that's not survival based or zombie based or just being scared in the dark based. It's nice to see something with a bit of story and action to it as well, which is really cool. So if you're a fan of horror games and you like them with a bit of action and a cool bit of story with some really deep lore behind it, then you might really enjoy this, especially if you've never heard of Cthulhu before and you're a fan of horror games. Like I said, there's quite a few of them around made by different people, but this one's really popular and it seems to be a pretty good horror game in general. So if you like the look of it, why not check it out? You might just have a great time if you pick it up. And hey, if you've never played a horror game before, then you could start here if you like the look of Cthulhu. You don't have that many options for that sort of lore, but if you're into it or you like the look of it, then this is a good place to start and it's at a pretty good price. But if you're not that fussed on Cthulhu, there are a lot of horror games, and a lot of them are cheaper than this as well, and even big legendary ones are about the same price or lower, so you have a ton of options that you're probably better off starting with if you're not that interested in Cthulhu. But don't worry, keep up with the videos, and then you won't miss other options when they come on sale next. We have a modern take on a classic now. Cobra Kai The Karate Kid Saga continues. It was released in 2020, so it's 5 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for the low price of £3.49, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really great deal for a cool looking game. In this beat 'em up, you get to play an all-new story as either Cobra Kai or Miyagi-Do, fighting to prove you are the best around, and nothing's gonna ever keep you down. And if you get that reference, you're a real fan. It features 8 playable characters, 28 missions, RPG elements, 40 abilities to use, and full voice acting from the cast as well, which is great. If you're a fan of the show or the original movies, then that'll be a big bonus for you. Now, I'm a big fan of beat 'em ups, and they don't make a lot of them these days, and I'm also a big fan of the Karate Kid movies. They were really good back in the day, and the Cobra Kai series is largely really good, although it got a bit more rubbish towards the end. But hey, it was mostly great. So it's good to see a beat 'em up being made from a really cool franchise that's pretty popular these days. And the reviews are pretty positive as well, people seem to really enjoy it. So if you're a fan of Cobra Kai, or you just really like beat 'em ups, then why not take a look at this? You don't have a lot of options these days, and this looks like a pretty good modern one for a pretty good price with a decent franchise. Especially if you're into Cobra Kai or Karate Kid, you'll probably really enjoy this. So why not check it out if you like the sound of it? And hey, if you never played a beat 'em up before, then you could start here if you're really into Cobra Kai or Karate Kid. But if not, you can get other bigger AAA legendary ones for about the same price as well. So you're probably better off starting with one of them if you're not that fussed on Karate Kid or Cobra Kai. But don't worry, don't forget to subscribe, and then you won't miss the other games when they're on sale next. We have a Metroidvania game next, Dandara Trials of Fear Edition. It was released in 2022, so it's 3 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the low price of £2.39, which is a really great deal, as this edition includes 3 new areas, a new boss, new music, more story elements, a secret ending, powers and mechanics as well, so you're getting a lot of extra content for the best version of the game, which is really cool. In this game, the world of Salt is on the brink of collapse, with the population oppressed and isolated. You play as Dandara, the last ray of hope, a heroine risen to save them by bringing freedom and balance back to the world, before it's too late. Now, I'm a massive fan of Metroidvania games, and these days you're having a load of them come out, and a lot of them are really big AAA, amazing quality ones, and you see a lot of really cool ones, especially from indie games as well, with some really cool themes and ideas. And this looks like a really cool game for a really low price. It looks like it's got really good quality graphics, and I just really like the look of it. It screams quality to me, and it's got pretty good reviews as well. People that like this genre seem to really like it, and considering it's quite cheap, you can't ask for much more really. A really good game for a really low price. So if you're a fan of Metroidvanias or platformers, or you just really like the look of this game, then why not check it out? At this price, it looks like a really cool game. You can't ask for much more really. Why not check it out? And hey, if you never played a Metroidvania before, then you could start here, but there is a load of games in this genre, so only pick this one up if you really like the look of it, because there's a load of different themes and stories between all of the Metroidvanias, so if you're not that keen on this one, there'll be plenty more to choose from, and you'll find one with a theme that you like more. So if you're interested in this one, then pick it up, but if not, there'll be plenty more to choose from in future videos instead. Dragon Star Varna is our next game. It was released in 2019, so it's 6 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £6.24, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal, especially for a game from Japan. They're usually pretty expensive, and they don't go on sale that much either, usually anyway. This RPG is set in a world where witches are cursed to birth dragons, and a witch hunter soon finds his own fate intertwined with his former enemies. It features 3 young witches, mid-air combat with transformations, and a branching story as well. So depending on your decisions, the story's supposed to change, so there's a bit unique to every playthrough, which is really cool. Not everyone's into that, but if you're into replaying games, then it'll give you some reason to play through and see what other variations of the story you can see, which is pretty good. Now in general, there's a huge amount of RPGs to choose from, so pretty much you pick them based on the theme you like, or just the story, or even just some other gut feeling. So hey, if you're a fan of Japanese based ones, and you're into dragons and witches, and ones with unique combat systems, since this one's air based, and it has some other features thrown in as well, it is a bit different to stand out from the others, so it might be really cool for people that have played a load of RPGs, and like ones that are a bit different, or at least change up the systems a bit, which is really cool. So if you're a fan of RPGs and you like the look of this one, why not check it out? It may not be the biggest game around, but it is a bit different, and for people that like this genre, it might just be something cool for them to try out. And hey, if you never played an RPG before, then I wouldn't recommend starting here. It's a pretty good game, so if you're really into it, then go for it. But you can get much bigger AAA legendary ones for about the same price, or even cheaper than this as well. So you're much better off starting with one of them instead. So don't forget to subscribe, and then you won't miss out when they're on sale next. Up next is My Star by Eden Genesis, PS4 and PS5. It was released in 2024, so it's only a year old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £3.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really great deal, especially as this edition includes the PS4 and PS5 versions, so you get both of them for one price, which is really good. This is a 2D platformer where all cybernetic humans are dying, and a young cyborg undergoes an experimental treatment in the hope of finding a cure, and now she must overcome numerous trials to unlock her full mind potential and eliminate the corruption killing the cyborgs. Now as far as 2D platformers go, most of them are adventure based or old school, and this one seems pretty cool. It's really fast and skill based, so it offers something a bit different to most of them. I like skill based games and they can be really challenging and rewarding. This has got really great reviews, and I like that it's a bit different than most of the ones you see around. The theme's also really cool with a cool story, and it seems like they've just put a lot of effort into this game. It looks like a really awesome indie game. So if you're a fan of 2D platformers, or you like games that are skill based and challenging, then why not check this out? I think it's a really cool game that probably doesn't get the recognition it deserves. I wish more people adhered to this game, because it looks really cool. Like I said, it's my style buy. It's well worth your time and money, I promise. So if you like the look of it, definitely check it out. I think you'll have a lot of fun if you give it a chance. And hey, if you've never played a 2D platformer before, then you could start here. It looks like a really cool game for a really decent price, but it's not very typical of the genre, so if you're looking for a game that represents the genre, you might want to start with something else instead. But hey, if you like really cool games, this looks like a good quality one, and I think it'll be really fun for people to pick it up. So if you like the look of it, definitely check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. For the King is our next game. It was released in 2019, so it's 6 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £3.99, which is pretty good. In this roguelike turn-based strategy game, the king has been murdered, and the kingdom is in chaos, but the queen is pleading for the citizens to rise up and stem the rising doom. It features procedurally generated maps, quests and events, and 3-player offline and online multiplayer, so it's a really good game to play with friends, or maybe at parties as well, if you like having gaming nights. Or even if you've got a group of friends who like playing online, you might all really enjoy playing this game together. Now in general, roguelike games took off a while back and they've been very popular ever since, but there's a massive amount of them, so really you should pick them based on the one that you like the look of. They have a massive range of gameplay types and just themes and stories as well. So if you're a fan of this one and you like the sound of the story and you like roguelikes, especially turn-based strategy, that's quite rare these days, you don't see a lot of that, then you should check it out. It's a very unique game within this genre, and I think people that are a fan of these genres will absolutely love it. So if you like the sound of it as much as I do, why not check it out? I think it's a really cool game, and it's really interesting to me. And hey, if you've never played a roguelike turn-based strategy game before, because strategy games are rare anyway, let alone mixed with roguelikes, then you could definitely start here. It's a very unique game at a pretty decent price, and I think it might just be a really cool game. If you like games that are a bit different, and you really enjoy games that offer a different experience to others, then you should definitely check this out. It's definitely unique, and I think a lot of people will enjoy it if they like this sort of thing. I don't think you'll find many more games like this. We have a top-down RPG next, 9 Parchments. It was released in 2017, so it was 8 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £3.19, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal for a cool looking game. In this game, a group of runaway wizards seize the opportunity to complete their spellbooks by collecting the lost 9 parchments, but by gaining abilities without the knowledge to use them, soon causes chaos for everyone. It features 4-player online and local co-op as well, so it looks like a really good game to play with mates, at parties or family, and even friends online. So if you've got a group of gaming mates you like playing with, you might want to check this out. It's a really friendly, drop in and out game, and I think it'll be really popular, with players of all skill and experience. So hey, if you're a fan of top-down RPGs, which there's not a lot of these days, then you might want to check this out. It looks like a pretty cool one. It's not that well known, but I think it'll be really fun if you've got people to play it with. You might have a great time together. So why not check it out if you like the sound of it? I think it's a really cool game, and a lot of fun can be had with it. And hey, if you've never played a top-down RPG before, then you could start here. There's not a lot of top-down games around in general, so it's nice to see an old-school RPG one, and it's even rarer to see one that's multiplayer-based. So that's really cool as well. If you always wanted to try these games, and you've got a group of friends to play with, or you like playing games with your family or at parties, then definitely check this out. But hey, if you're more of a solo player, there'll be plenty more games like this to choose from in future sales. So don't forget to subscribe, and then you won't miss them when they're on sale next. And the final game I have for you is Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishment. It was released in 2020, so it's 5 years old, and it's on a 92% discount for the price of £2.63, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it for non-PS Plus members, which is great because you shouldn't need PS Plus to get a good deal. And it's a really low price as well. In this adventure game, you get to become the legendary detective and investigate 6 thrillingly varied cases, including murder, theft, and missing persons, using your talents to find the culprits and decide their fates with dynamic results based on your investigation and actions, which is really cool. The idea that you're not guaranteed to complete it and solve all of the murders correctly is really cool. Fans of murder mystery games will probably love this, and it's at a really low price as well. Now, it's from a franchise that's been around a while as well, and the company's got a lot of experience, and all of the games are pretty well reviewed. They seem to do really well with this franchise, and it shows because they're really popular, and they've been around quite a while, and they're still making games now, which is great. So if you're a fan of Sherlock Holmes or just investigation games in general, definitely check this out. It's a good quality game from an experienced studio, and it's a really good deal as well. Why not check it out if you like the look of it? It's a really great deal. And hey, if you've never played an adventure murder mystery before, you could definitely start here. It's a really good game with a really good franchise attached for a really low price. You can't ask for much more really. Pretty much the only reason I say not to pick this up is if you really don't like Sherlock Holmes. In which case, there are other options for you to choose from, so don't forget to keep up with the videos, and then you won't miss your other options when they come on sale next. And that's all the games I have for the July savings and games under £20 PSN sale. What did you think of the games I picked? Did I pick good ones or did I pick bad ones? And what about the star buy? Did it deserve it? Or should some other game have got it instead? Leave all your questions below and we can talk about it later. Anyway, I hope you found some really cool games to play, but more importantly I hope you saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Au revoir.